My career was, well, very short. The only claim to fame I ever had, I faced the great Nolan Ryan in spring training. He was a pitcher for the California Angels. He threw a high, tight fastball that actually drilled me in my helmet, cracked the helmet, knocked me unconscious. Some of you laugh. I was knocked out. They came to me. They took me to the hospital. X-rays taken on my head. The only headlines I ever received. The next day, some creative writer gives me these headlines. X-rays on Cassis's head reveal nothing. Being with the Chicago Bears for the past 12 years, it's been rather interesting. As a football team in the National Football League, we had an interesting coach by the name of Mike Ditka many years ago. Before every game, Mike Ditka used to pick somebody in the team, ask them to lead us in what he called a spirit of unity prayer, which was the Lord's Prayer. He asked all players of different faith if this was acceptable. They said yes. Well, in 1985, he looked at a rookie. His name was William Perry. This country dubbed him the refrigerator because of his size. Mike Ditka, the coach, looked at William and said, William, you're the man. You lead us in the Lord's Prayer. We take the field when I'm done talking. And so now he's walking back and forth, giving his little pregame talk. I am in the back of the room with our quarterback, Jim McMahon. Kind of a crazy individual. He leans over to me. He whispers in my ear. He goes, John. He said, look at William. He doesn't know the Lord's Prayer, man. I said, sure he does. He says, no. He's sweating. He's moving. He doesn't know it. I'm telling you, he doesn't know it. I looked at him. I said, Jim, he'll do fine. Just relax. He'll do fine. He leans over. He whispers. He goes, I'll bet you $20 he doesn't know the Lord's Prayer. I can't believe him. So I finally, just to keep him quiet, said, all right, you're on. $20. He knows the Lord's Prayer. We are now betting on the Lord's Prayer. We get done betting. Ditka gets done talking. He looks right at William Perry. He says, William, you're the man. Lead us in the Lord's Prayer. Everybody bows. It gets real quiet. And William prayed this prayer. Now I lay me down to sleep. The entire place burst into laughter. We were never more loose before a game. Of course, the meeting was over with, and Jim McMahon came up to me and handed me a $20 bill. He said, here, John, I didn't know he knew the Lord's Prayer, man. Benton and Bowles did a study once. They asked people, what do you most admire in other people? Top 3 categories came out to be warmth, honesty, and a sense of humor. Are you warm and approachable? You better be in what you do. Is there honesty, integrity about you as a person? Alexander Pope said an honest person is the noblest work of God. And a sense of humor, can you laugh at yourself? Going through Toronto about a few years ago, I went through and I had some tapes and stuff, and there was a long delay, and customs officer looked at me. He was great. He says, welcome to Canada, no big deal. Just a little bump in the road, have you out of here in no time at all. He says, while you're waiting, I'm going to tell you a story that happened to me. Guy comes through here, asks me, does he have anything to declare? Big guy. He's got a little boy with him. Guy goes, nah. You bring across cigarettes? Nah. Booze? Nah. Camera film? No. Customs officer said at that point, the little boy looked at him and said, but he's getting warmer, huh, Daddy? A little creativity there, honesty, integrity.
What is it about this thing? You know, this authenticity, to be genuine, to be real, to be approachable. That's how we build relationships. That's how we build customers. Trust is the emotional glue that binds people together. I said that 2 years ago, but it's still true. It's an old school thought. Trust is emotional glue. It binds people together. So you don't break trust. You don't break it at home. You don't break it at work. You're partners. There's a uniqueness about that. That's the authenticity about a person, the integrity, the genuineness, and it stays strong.